Good morning, all of you. So now today's class we are going to study the next separation technique for separating soluble solvents. Understanding soluble solutes from the solutions. That is what we can say chromatography. So for separating of soluble substances, we are using this technique for some kind of mixtures. So in that, what is this chromatography and what kind of mixtures we can use to separate? That is all we will discuss in this today's class. So let us comes to here. If we use this chromatography first one, so this is one of the separation technique we are using to separating two or more dissolved solids. What is that, guys? Two or more dissolved solids that present in a solution in a very small quantities. All of you should remember. More than two or more dissolved solids. How many, Ra? Two or
More dissolved solids.
two or more dissolved solids. Dissolved solids present in solution. Understanding? Present in solution in how much quantity? In very little amount. Understanding? In very small quantity present in a solution in very small quantities. So we will use which technique to separate, Ra? Which technique? Chromatography we can use. Do you understand, guys? So it is a technique for separating what? For separating two or more dissolved solids which are present in a solution in a very small quantities. That is what we should call as chromatography. Means if you take any kind of a solution which contains water, more than one, understanding means more than two or more dissolved solids present in what? Very less quantities, very less quantities. Then we can say, then we can use which technique, Ra? Which technique we will use?
Chromatography.
Chromatography.
Understand, Elmokel? So chromatography will use. You have to remember it. Given solution contains how many dissolved solids and what is the quantity also. It must be more than two. Two or more than two soluble dissolved solids, and their quantity should be what? Very small. Then only we will use a technique called as what? Chromatography. Understand, Laksha? So now you can see we have a many types of chromatography, understand, but we will use our class 9th, we will use, actually we have a chromatographer, the mission which we are using to separate the small quantities, what we used to call that mission name called as chromatographer. The chromatographer. I used to operate this experiment when I'm in college to separating some kind of a small chemical components, mixture of small chemical components. We are using this. We have a chromatographer in our laboratory, chemistry laboratory. I used to run this one. So, but here we are class 9th, we are not using a different kind of chromatographers. We are having a different, many types of chromatography, but we will use the simplest form. That is what? Paper chromatography. What is the simplest one? Paper chromatography. Simplest chromatography is called as paper chromatography. CHRO. Do you understand? So this is called as what? A simplest chromatography. Okay, brothers call to Manish, Malaksha call to Manya and Samaya.
Okay, sir.
So paper chromatography is the only one we are using in our class 9. This is the simplest chromatography. We'll study only paper chromatography in this class. If we'll go understand higher classes, we'll study remaining other types of chromatographies. So we'll study here. You can see the only paper chromatography. By using paper chromatography, we can separate how many soluble solids are Sai, Maitrayan? How many soluble solids?
Two soluble solids.
Two or
more soluble solids.
Understanding. Two or more different substances present in the how many solutions, Elamokil? Same solution or different solution? Laksha?
Same solution.
Same solution.
By using this paper chromatography, we are going to separate two or more solids, dissolved solids, understanding, in a single solution. studying in our today's class. So if it comes to here, this separation is based on the fact that, understand, though the two or more substances are soluble in the same solvent, what is that? Same solvent like water, but their solubilities may be different. That is, you should remember. So here I am saying that two or more substances may be dissolved in the same solvent. Same solvent means, for example, like water. But is it all the substances will dissolve in same amount or different amount? Same amount or different amount?
Different
amount, sir.
Suppose if you take, understand, water only. So water only. I am using two or more dissolved solids, but all the solids are not dissolved in same quantity. Is it yes or no? Different solids having different solubility. So
Sir.
we cannot say that. So if you take two or more solutes, understanding, two or more solutes in a single solvent, but the dissolution rate will be different. Is it yes or no, guys? The solubility different. That is what you have to remember. So the based upon this only, the separation is going to take place with the help of chromatography. So the chromatography is based on the what? Based on the fact that though the two or more substances are soluble in the same solvent, but the solubilities may be different or same. The solubilities may be different. Understand that?
Different, sir.
So many more soluble than the others. Understanding? So some substances are soluble more, some substances soluble less. We cannot predict it. That is why different substances is having different solubilities in the same solvent. So, for example, if we'll take blacking. So blacking, how many of you know blacking, guys? Do you know, guys, blacking?
Sir. Yes, sir.
No. So that is what you have to remember. So two or more solutes in single solvent. Understand? Different solubilities. Understanding? They are different. The solubilities may be different. That is, you should remember. Their solubilities may be different. Understand, Shruti? Their solubilities may be different. For example, if we'll take, how many of you know blacking, guys? Blacking.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So now, if we try to separate this blacking with the help of chromatography, we know that blacking, ink is a mixture or not, guys? Please tell me. Respond, ink is a mixture or not?
Water and dye.
Water and dye.
Yeah, mixture of different colors of dyes. Understanding? It is a mixture of water and as well as so many different colors of mixed. Different colors of dyes is mixed with the water. That is what we should call as what? Blacking. Is it yes or no? So blacking contains the number of dyes dissolved in water. So these dyes have different solubilities in water. I will show you that chromatography also. So that is why the blacking, we are to separate the different dyes. We are using which technique? It is having different solubilities in water. So
Chromatography.
we are using chromatography. So we are used to separate the dyes present in the blacking with the help of chromatography. So the most easy to perform chromatography experiments with the mixtures of colored materials like inks and other dyes, because they separate to give colored components which they can be seen easily as a colored spot on the paper. So why we are using paper chromatography for separating different dyes? Understand, different dyes present in the blacking, because from paper, it will give you the different kind of spots of different color, so that we can easily identify how many solutes are dissolved in water to form the blacking. That is what you have to remember. So a special type of paper, not normal paper. Normal paper also we can able to see, but normal paper become very wet fastly, so that maybe chromatography is not that much effective. So that is why. Understanding? So they separate to give colored components which we can able to see as a colored spot on the paper. So that is why we have to use a special type of paper for chromatography. That paper is called as chromatography paper. What we should call it, guys? Chromatography paper. It is a special type of paper. It is available in all the market also. It is not like a normal paper. It is a little special paper which is using for what? chromatography. That name is also called as what, Ra? What is that name called?
Chromatography paper.
Chromatography.
Photography paper.
The paper which we are using for chromatography is called as what? Chromatography paper.
Chromatography paper.
Chromatography, CHRO. Chromatography paper. Understand? But if you see normal purposes, like ordinary purposes, if you don't have a chromatography paper, so then what I should do? For ordinary purposes, you can use filter paper. Understand, guys? You do know filter paper? Filter paper.
Yes, sir.
Filter paper we can use for the paper chromatography experiment. So we will describe now. This is what about. So we will describe what is the experimental process of separation of dissolved solids from a solution by paper chromatography. And we are taking an example of what? Blacking. What we are taking? Blacking.
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 Take this blacking. This blacking is a mixture of several colored substances. Understand? So if we'll take example, we are going to do the experiment now with the help of blacking. So blacking means what? Blacking is a mixture of several
Water and dye.
colored substances. Mixture of several colored substances. What do you mean by colored substances? Colored substances means what?
Dye, sir.
Dyes. Understand? That is you should remember. So there it is a mixture of several colored substances, dyes, which can be separated by which one? Paper chromatography. By what? Separate
Paper chromatography.
Paper chromatography.
by paper chromatography. Please write it. So that is, so now we will do the experiment. In lab also you are going to do the same experiment only. So all of you remember that, right? So only you have to remember what is the principle, everybody, what is the principle of chromatography? What is the principle of chromatography? Based on the fact that though the two or more substances are soluble in the same solvent, but their solubilities may be different. Different. Understand? And that too, the amount of different solids is very less or big quantities, small quantities or more quantities. Very, very small quantities. This is what the working principle of chromatography. Chromatography is working on based on the what? The two or more substances are soluble in the same solvent.
Solubility is different.
Solubilities may be different. Solubilities may be different. That is what the working principle of what? Darun?
Chromatography.
Chromatography.
Understand, Maitreyan? So, chromatography will use a technique only when two or more solutes dissolved in a solvent in a very, very small quantities. That is what we will use the chromatography. So now we are using a technique, the same paper chromatography, to separate the dyes present in which ink? Blacking. What is that?
Blacking.
Blacking. So please
Blacking.
allow me write. To separate the dyes present in a blacking. To separate the dyes. To separate the dyes. To separate the dyes present in a blacking. To separate the dyes present in blacking. Understand, Ra? Manya Samaya, respond me. That
Yes,
is.
sir.
So now let us see how to separate it. To separate the dyes present in the blacking. So I will show you now one picture, two pictures I will show you. One is a real picture experiment and one is for drawing purpose. So what we have to do first step means we have to take a paper. What is that paper called as? Manish?
Chromatography.
Chromatography paper.
So totally, this we are going to do in the 4 different steps. So how we need to do? Let us discuss now clearly. So first step. So can you able to see? Observe very carefully now. Can you able to see these 4 pictures? Take the screenshot and you have to draw in our classwork also. Shruti, respond me at least in chat if you are unable to. Also, Laksha, you. So now observe carefully here. This is the step 1. Understand picture A, picture B, picture C, and picture D. Can you able to see, guys? Yes or no? Yes or no? Now, what you guys will do means you have to take a strip of which paper? Filter paper, or you can take chromatography paper. Understand, Ra? Yes or no? So you can take either chromatography paper.
Sir.
can take the filter paper. Now take the black pen or black marker or something. Just spot of blacking in a particular place. So here I am spot the blacking. Is it okay, guys? So take one strip of paper like this, and you have to writing space. Understanding? You have to mark the blacking like this. Is it okay, guys?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mark it like this. Now, if you want, you can exact location, you can draw the line also. You can draw the line and you can mark the black spot. This is what the black spot. Now, take that paper strip or chromatography paper. Now, hang it. Understanding? Hang it in a, with the help of glass rod. You can see here, with the help of glass rod and with the help of cello tape. What is that? Cello tape. Fix it in a glass jar. Okay, guys, fix it in a glass jar.
Glass jar.
So now, how to fix it? So we have to take the one glass jar. We have to take the one glass jar, and you have to pour little amount of water. What is that? Little amount of water. And
Little
remember,
amount of water.
black dot should not be dissolved. Understanding? Black dot should not mix. So it should be lesser than that black spot. Is it okay, guys? I have to take the certain amount of water. Now, slowly drop that paper, the paper strip or chromatography paper. You have to keep the chromatography paper in a such a way that you have to arrange certain kind of glass rod you can keep, and the black dot should be here. This is the black dot. Is it okay, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Slowly you can see here, the paper is dipped inside the water at one side. So here the black dot is present. So now what will happen means, after certain time, if you'll observe, by the capillary reaction, what reaction? Capillary reaction. By
Capillary reaction.
What do you mean by capillary reaction? Means it will be rises like this. Any kind of liquid is rising like this. Then this is called as capillary reaction. What we should call? Capillary reaction.
Capillary reaction.
Water is rising like this only. Is it yes or no? First, this bottom part of the paper will become wet. Slowly you can observe. If you dip the paper in the water, you can see water level will be rises like this. Is it yes or no, guys? Yes or no? So slowly the water level will be keep on rising. So you can see water rises up, taking the dyes along with it. So once the water is rising, understanding, across this black spot, slowly the water is going up by the action of water, by the capillary reaction. Understand? Even the candle also, you can take candle also. How that candle wax will melt and how it will produce the light. The candle wax will melt and it will rises along with the wick. Do you understand, guys? Rises along with the wick. By the action of capillary only. That is the heat and light. That is you should remember. So once the water will start rising across this strip, you can see the dye, the black color dye will start. Understanding? It is a mixture of different colors. We know that. So here this picture we are observing very clear spot. So slowly the dispersion of the colors, different colors can be varying. You can able to see here. Once if you are waiting for a certain time, we are able to observe how many colors are? 3 different colors. Is it yes or no? Yes or no, guys? So different colored spots dyes from the blacking. So 3 different colors we are getting. So what is this colors? Can you able to say? One is blue, next one is light green, and next one is what? Pink color. Is it yes or no, guys? Yes or no?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Like this, if you arrange the setup, we are able to see the 3 different colors. 3 different colors are coming. So the chromatogram, understanding the chromatogram obtained by using this blacking is the experiment has 3 colored spot on it. 3 colored spot on it. So from this I can say it means in the sense of what? The given sample of blacking has how many different colors, guys? How many different colors?
3 different colors.
3 different colors.
Mixed in it.
3 different colors.
Mixed in it. That is what you have to remember. So chromatography is used to separate a small amounts of products. Understanding? Very small amounts of products of chemical reactions. That is what you have to remember it. So if the dissolved solids contains very small in the solvent, then we will use which technique? chromatography. Understand, guys? That is
Chromatography.
understand all of you. So this is what how we are using chromatography for separating different dyes from the ink. Now I will show you a direct real image of this chromatographer, how we are using the paper strip. Now you can see. Next, if you will come to lab, understanding once the school will reopen, if you will come to lab, I think so you are going to do this one. So you have to do the same experiment. We should not hold it in hand, because if you hold it in hand, some disturbance we can create. That is why maybe the dispersion of colors may be not proper. So this is what the real experiment we have to do it. What is this, guys? First one, just you have to take some chromatography paper or paper strip, mark little bit amount, understand little bit height, like around 3 centimeter or 4 centimeter you can take. Mark with a pencil, one line you have to draw, and mark with what? Black spot. What is that draw? With the black ink. We have to spot it here. You can able to see
Yes,
here.
sir.
Black spot. Then later you have to hang it in where? With the help of glass rod, we have to hang it in a beaker which contains a little amount of water. So after certain time, you can observe the dispersion of colors. Have you seen it, guys? Dispersion of colors is taking place. So 3 different colors will take place.
Yes, sir.
Experiment, if you'll observe very clearly, understand, we are observing 3 different colors in this, so that I can say the ink, the black ink, which I have given as a sample, contains how many colors, Ra? 3 colors. Understand, Ra? It contains how many colors? It contains 3 colors. That is what I have.
Colors.
Remember,
Three
after
colors.
that you can take it, and after this you can take it, and you can keep it as a, you can keep it for drying, and you can be observing the colors very clearly. That is what. So this is what we should call as chromatography. What we should call, guys? Chromatography.
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 Now I will say you what is the principle. You guys know it. Understand what is the principle, Ra? 2 or more solutes may be dissolved in single solvent, but their solubility is what? Their solubilities may be different.
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 What the working principle, and we will use chromatography for what purpose? Only Maitrayan, only little amount of solutes are dissolved, then only we'll use the chromatography. So now we will study applications are uses of chromatography. Please write it, all of you. Applications are uses of chromatography. Applications of chromatography are uses of chromatography. Is it okay, da? Applications of chromatography are uses of chromatography. First one, chromatography is used to separate solutions of colored substances. It is used to separate. Use it to separate for what purpose, Ra? Laksha, use it to separate colored solutions. Colored solutions, or we can say dyes and pigments. What is that called? Colored solutions means dyes and pigments. Pigments means what? Like a blood. Blood also we can use this one. Like a chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, you know, guys. And we people are having melanin. Melanin. So melanin, you know, which is causing for the black color of the body. That is. So melanin, pigment, this all. That is called as pigments. Chlorophyll, understanding melanin and all. So we are using for what? Use it to separate colored solutions like dyes and pigments. Next, second one is used for forensic science. Forensic lab, you may notice it, FIR, any murdered, any rape, like that things will happen, cases. They will use forensic report. Is it yes, guys? Accidents or not? Like
Yes,
poison.
sir.
Suppose somebody murdered by consuming, by somebody suicide by consuming poison or something. So then they will say, we cannot say anything, either murder or normal. We have to wait for the forensic report, like post-mortem report. Do you know post-mortem report? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There also they will use this chromatography only. Understand? That is the second use, most important. Identify trace amounts of substances like poisons. What kind of poisons they have been given. Understanding how they have been murdered or killed. Like that, everything we can find with the help of chromatography only. Like cyanides and all. You can see people are killing by cyanides. Is it yes or no? So everything
Yes, sir.
will identify in the stomach with the help of this chromatography only. Understand? Do it. Second one is used in forensic lab, forensic science Forensic. Forensic science. Forensic science to detect and identify identify to detect and identify trace amounts of substances. Trace means very small, okay guys, like a danger substances. Trace amounts of substances understand Mavanesh, Tarun? Trace amounts of substances like what, like poisons. What is that? Poisons. Poisons in the contents of bladder or stomach. In the contents of bladder or stomach. Understand, guys? Postmortem, we can say. That is all. Okay, Ra? Respond me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Contents of bladder or stomach. Next, third point. It is used to separate small amounts of products of chemical reactions. Small amounts of products of chemical reactions. Actually, when I'm doing the practicals, me and Nave ma'am, we are used to get around 0.5 grams, 50 grams, very 0.5 grams, just 5 grams, 1 gram, like that chemical reactions, products. So by that time, we cannot use any other technique to separate because very less product. So we have to use chromatography to separate it. That is why we are using this one. Third one. We use it to separate small amounts of products of chemical reactions. It is used to separate small amounts of products of chemical reactions. Is it okay, Ra? So these are the three applications of chromatography. Please remember, in MCQs they will ask you this. So this is all about the chromatography. Any doubt? Elvokil, Pradosh, Tamil Selvan, Manya, Alana?
Sir, 1 second, scroll down,
Yes,
sir.
scroll down, sir.
You can write. Is it okay, Ra?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Completed.
Finished, sir.
Now, all of you, is it completed?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Now, let me ask you one question. Already we have been studied this. Now, if you are using evaporation technique, for example, I have given salt water. I have given water a salt solution. What is this, guys? Salt solution.
Salt solution.
Now, we are using one technique. Already we have been studied to separate salt. What is the technique? What is the technique?
Evaporation, sir.
Evaporation. Is it yes or no? So, evaporation, we have a disadvantage of evaporation. What is that? Anybody can say? Tamil Selvan?
Sir, we can't get the solvent.
We cannot get salt. We can get only,
Solvent, sir.
we cannot get solvent. Understand? So, as we know,
Yes, sir.
solution is a mixture of what? Salt plus water. Is it yes or no? Ra? Please
Yes, sir.
so this is the solute and this is what? Solvent. Understand, guys? Respond me, everybody. So if we use the evaporation, if we use the evaporation technique, only we can recover salt. Only we can recover salt.
Solute.
But it is not possible to get back the solvent. Is it yes or no? Respond me.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So,
Yes,
by
sir.
evaporation, we can obtain only the salt from salt water mixture by evaporation, but cannot be recovered. Understanding? Water cannot be recovered during evaporation. Is it yes or no? It will lost into where?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It will lost into the water will evaporate and it will mix with what? It will lost into the air. Yes, sir.
Atmosphere.
So we cannot
sir.
get water. We cannot get the water in this evaporation. But that is why we want both. Is it yes or no? We have advantage of both the salt solution and as well as salt solution is a mixture of what? Salt and water. So we have an importance of salt and as well as we have an importance of water. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Water as well as we need salt. So we want both to separate both and as well as to recover both. Water also we want and as well as salt also we want, but we want to separate them. So to obtain salt as well as water, we are going to use another kind of separation technique. The technique is only called as distillation. What we'll use, guys?
Distillation.
Distillation.
By evaporation only we can obtain salt from salt water. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We will obtain only salt from salt water. But if it comes to here, understanding, in distillation technique, understanding, we will get what? To recover both in order to get salt as well as water from a salt solution or a salt water. We are using the process is called as what? The distillation. The separation technique is called as distillation. So now, what do you mean by distillation means? Remember, sir, how to get water back means distillation is the process of heating. Here also heating only, understanding. So distillation is the process of heating a liquid to form vapor. Again, we can cooling the vapor. What will get, guys? If we'll cool the vapor, what will get again?
The water.
Water, sir.
Not water. Generally, you can tell me what we'll get. We'll get the liquid back. Is it yes or no? Liquid
sir.
will start heating,
Condensation.
vapor will form. Again, the vapor will start cooling. What will form? Cooling will form.
Liquid.
That is what we should call as distillation technique. So, in distillation technique, we will start heating the solution so that liquid will evaporate. Again, by cooling, what we are doing? Again, by cooling, we are condensing back. Understanding? We are condensing back the liquid. That the liquid obtaining by condensing the vapor is only called as distillate. What is it called, guys? What we should call? Distillate. All of you.
Distillate.
Separation by distillation. This is the sixth technique. Separation by distillation. Separation by distillation. So what is the purpose of using distillation? Tamil Selvan, Pradosh, anybody? To obtain what?
Sir, by getting both
Solute
solute and
and
solvent, sir.
solvent.
Solute and solvent, sir.
Solvent and solute. Solute from solution. From where? From solution. Understanding that? For example, what we'll do? Example, salt solution. Understanding that? Salt solution. We are going to get what? Two substances. Salt and water. That's all. Is it okay, guys? Respond me. I love you, Manya, Samaya, Hari, Hari, Maitreya. No response
Yes,
at all.
sir.
This is what we can say. So that is. So what do you mean by distillation? Distillation is the process of heating a liquid.
Separate the solvent and solute.
Distillation is a process of heating a liquid to form water, to form vapor. Heating a liquid to form vapor. And again, what will do, Rahel Mukil? Vapor. And then cooling the vapor to get back liquid. And then, Alana, understand? Cooling the vapor to get back the liquid. So this cooling only what we can call, guys? Condensation. What we should call? All of you, condensation we can call.
Condensation.
Why? We can say liquid. If you start heating, what will form, Manish? If you start heating the liquid, which will form
Vapors.
vapor. And
Evaporate.
now again vapor
Yes,
will
yes.
start cooling. Which will start cooling. What we should call?
Liquid.
Liquid will come.
Condensation.
So this cooling is only we should call as what we should call?
Condensation.
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 Number. So
Condensation.
condensation.
Sir, 1 second. Scroll up, sir.
Yeah. So this condenser liquid, what we should call, Laksha? What we should call this condenser liquid? What we should call this condenser liquid? Distillate.
Distillate.
What we should call? Distillate. Understand, Ra? Yes or no? Please tell me. Right.
Yes,
The
sir.
liquid obtained by
Yes, sir.
condensing the vapor. The liquid obtaining by condensing the vapor. The liquid obtaining by condensing vapor is known as what?
Distillate.
Distillate. That is very, very important. Distillate. So now, shall we start? So observe very carefully. So from this, what I can say, so we can use this. We can use this technique to separate water to obtain both solid as well as liquid. Is it yes or no? To separate both solid
Yes,
as well
sir.
as liquid from the what? From the mixture of solid and a liquid. Understand, Ra? From the solid and a liquid mixture. So the process of distillation we are using to separate this one. And mainly you have to remember, guys. So we will use this technique to separate only homogeneous mixture of solid and a liquid. What is that, guys? Homogeneous
Homogeneous mixture.